Hello, Tashi Delek. Today I'm going to talk you about the practice of Bodhicitta. I'm talking about the practice of Bodhicitta because one of my friends, he asked me how to do the practice of Bodhicitta. He asked me this question because His Holiness the Dalai Lama has been teaching at the Bodh Gaya since the 26th of December, 28th of December, and I also watch all his teaching through online. Unfortunately, that this time I was not able to attend His Holiness the Dalai Lama's teaching at Bodh Gaya. So he has been urging all his followers, his disciples, to do the practice of Bodhicitta and the perfect view of emptiness. This is, he has been insisting all the followers to do these two practices. So that's why my friend asked me how to do the practice of Bodhicitta. So many people, even they want to do the practice of Bodhicitta, but they don't know how to do the practice of Bodhicitta. And also, what are the steps they have to meditate if they genuinely want to do the practice of Bodhicitta. So today I am going to discuss about it, but I don't think that I will finish the complete practice of Bodhicitta within the this short video. I'm going to make a short videos because I feel that if I make a short videos, it will help people to watch it continuously. They can watch and they can do the practice in their daily life. So today I'm going to talk about what is the Bodhicitta. So if you look at the term Bodhicitta, Bodhicitta means Changchup ki sen in Tibetan language. So Bodhi means Changchup, Chitta or Chit means Sem in Tibetan language. So what is the definition of Bodhicitta? It's a consciousness which aims to attain the enlightenment for the sake of all sentient beings. So this is the meaning of Bodhicitta. So in order to do the practice of Bodhicitta, there are two main lineages, or there are two ways to cultivate the practice of Bodhicitta. So one lineage, actually these two lineages are the authentic systems, and one lineage actually it is originated from the Maitreya Buddha to Arya Asanga. Then finally this teaching or practice reached to the Nalanda master Atisha, who brought this teaching to Tibet. in 10th or 11th century. And also, there is another one lineage which is originated from Manjushri Manjushri Buddha to Arya Nagarjuna. Then it came all the way to one of the greatest master from Nalanda University, whose name is called the Shantideva. So through Shantideva, this teaching, this practice came all the way down to Atisha, and Atisha brought this teaching again to Tibet in 10th to 11th century. So there are two main ways to cultivate the practice of bodhicitta, but one lineage which originated from the Maitreya Buddha, I'm not going to discuss about this today, but I will come to that later on. So today what we are going to discuss about the practice of bodhicitta, which originated from the Buddha to Manjushri Buddha, then Arya Nagarjuna, then it came all the way through Arya Shantideva, So I'm going to talk about it. So that kind of lineage is called the practice of equalizing and exchanging self and other. In Tibetan word, we say dakshe nyamje, dakshe nyamba, dakshe jelwa. Dak means self, shen means other, nyamba means equalizing, equalizing oneself and other, and dakshin jelwa, dak means self and shen means other, and jelwa means exchange. So exchanging oneself to other or equalizing oneself to the other. So the name of this practice is called the practice of equalizing and exchanging oneself to other. Okay, so this is the name of one lineage. So today I am going to talk about it. So when we talk about the practice of the exchanging, equalizing oneself to other and exchanging oneself to other, so there are two steps. One is how to view equal to all sentient beings. So equalizing oneself to other, first step, you have to meditate that I want happiness, and all the sentient being, even a small tiny species like the ants, small bugs, they want happiness like us. Even we are in a dream stage, we are sleeping, we always want happiness, we do not want suffering. So we have to meditate that, we have to reflect, I want happiness, and everyone wants happiness as I do. We have to think like that. Then I do not want suffering, and everyone, all the sentient being do not want the suffering as I do. You have to think this, and this is the first step. Then second step, that everybody has a right to achieve the happiness, and everybody has a right to overcome the suffering. I have a right to achieve the suffering, achieve the happiness and overcome the suffering. Similarly, everybody has a right to achieve the happiness and overcome the suffering. So this is your second step. You have to meditate this. Then the third thing is that third step is everybody has a potential to achieve the happiness, and everybody has the potential to overcome the suffering. We have to think that. In our meditation, we have to think, I have a potential to achieve the happiness, and I have a potential to remove the suffering. Similarly, everybody has a potential to achieve the happiness, and everybody has a potential to overcome the suffering. We have to think that. So this is the third step. Then we have to reflect that we have different parts of our body, like we have a hand, we have a head, we have a leg, we have a different parts of the body, but we do not make any distinction between hands and leg. We do not make distinction between the head and leg. We care all parts of the body. Similarly, we have to think that every sentient being, all the human beings, we have different colors, different facial expression. We have a different culture, but mentally, physically, we are all same. We have to think that we are all sentient beings, and we want happiness, and we do not want suffering. So we have to think. We have to care all the sentient beings, because we are all the one big family in this world. We are all same, that we do not want, we are all same family, that we do not want suffering, and we want happiness in our life. This is we have to think. Then we have to think that everything is interconnected. Everything comes into being because of many causes and many factors. Everything's come into being like that. So similarly, our happiness is highly depending on many factors, and our happiness is highly depending on other sentient beings. And today, whatever we have enjoyed in our breakfast, and what we are going to eat for lunch, what we are going to eat for dinner, if you look at all these things, there are millions and millions people's hand behind of all this, whatever we are going to enjoy and whatever we have enjoyed in the past. And today we are using so many sophisticated gadgets. If you look at all these modern facilities, material facilities, because of the millions and millions of people, and we are able to consume all this materials, facilities. So we have to think that every single moment, whatever we do, it is the result of the millions and millions of people. And those millions and millions of people, most of them, they are all neutral for us. They are all stranger for us. We have never seen them, or we have never known them in our life. But they are very helpful to us. They are very kindful to us. We have to think that. And according to the Shantideva, a great Indian Nalanda master, he used to say that even so-called our enemy gives an opportunity. Even the Buddha does not able to give us a good opportunity like whatever our enemy is giving to us. Our enemy can give us an opportunity to do the practice of patience. Buddha does not harm us, so Buddha does not able to give us an opportunity to do the practice of patience. But our enemy can give us a great opportunity to do the practice of patience. And our enemy is the best teacher to do the practice of patience. So that's why not only the strangers, so-called our enemy is also, very kind to us. It's very helpful to us to do the practice of Dharma. If you really want to become a genuine practitioner, if you really want to attain the Buddhahood, you have to do the practice of patience. And if you really want to do the practice of patience, then only among the 7 billion people in this world, only so-called the enemy can give an opportunity to do the practice of patience. So enemy is very, very important in our life. This is what Shantideva has described, and then we have to meditate this when we are doing the practice of equalizing oneself to others. We have to think that our enemy is very important, and an enemy gives us a great opportunity to do the practice of patience. Even the Buddha cannot do that. We have to think that. Then last thing, last step of meditation is when we talk about when we talk about I and me. I and me is one individual persons. When we talk about others, so others means millions and millions of people. So there is a point to sacrifice one individual persons for the sake of the millions of people. And if you sacrifice the millions of people in order to achieve a happiness for in order to achieve one's own happiness, then that is very stupid. So one individual person and millions of people, if you think that, then you will see the logic or you will see the reason that there is a point to sacrifice one's own happiness for the sake of millions and millions of people. So you have to meditate this. You have to do this practice in your meditations. So these are the steps to do the practice of equalizing oneself to others. So today I'm going to stop here, and my next video I will discuss about how to do the practice of exchanging oneself to other. So that's all I want to say, and I hope that whatever I have shared to you through this video, it will be very helpful for you to improve or to take a new step to do the practice of bodhicitta. This is what I wanted to say. That's all. Thank you so much.